What's good, you guys? It's your boy, the Urban Archer, coming at you guys with another video. So today, guys, I got a little bit of different video, change of speed. I am in Walmart right now picking up a crop load of groceries for about 3 days worth of eating. And why am I doing that, you might ask, should I say? I'm doing it because I am going on a 3-day hunt to the National Forest to hunt turkeys with a buddy of mine. Yeah, I know all I've been talking about, you guys, has been all like 3D archery stuff and target stuff and everything like that. And I haven't done a video on anything hunting related for quite a while. But I need to remind you guys, I am a hunter first, and that's like the #1 thing. My channel is predominantly a hunting channel. And so yeah, guys, it's time to bring some of this hunting stuff back. For like the last 3 days I've been packing because me and my buddy decided that the first couple days full day hunting, all day hunting for Virginia, we're gonna go out and drive out to the National Forest, which is like a 4-hour drive, and we're gonna hunt turkeys for a couple days. Neither one of us has been able to put one on the ground so far. We've been hunting. I know I've been hunting a lot more than he has. Been hunting on my farm, but he hasn't had much time to get out, and so basically he's got a little time off from work, and we're gonna go out here. We're gonna try to shoot him up. So I've got all my tags, he's got all his tags. So it's gonna be a little bit change of speed, change of pace, definitely a welcome change of scenery from where I've been hunting at every single day. And yeah, so you know, we're gonna drive out there and we're gonna set up camp. We're gonna camp out there, and basically we're just gonna rough it for a couple days and just see if we can't put a couple turkeys on the ground. So yeah, I've been packing for like the last 3 days, just trying to make sure I got all the stuff that I need to make sure that, you know, I'm ready to go. We're going to be going pretty deep, so yeah, we got to really be prepared on this one. And yeah, it's going to be really cool, guys. So I'm going to be bringing a lot of footage to you guys. Trust me, I'm going to be filming a lot, and so stay tuned. It's going to be really cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share me, guys. It's going to help me grow for sure. And I'll get back with you guys in just a little bit. Let me go through this vest real quick for you guys. So this is my turkey vest, guys. Very basic turkey vest. And I'll show you guys what I carry in it real quick. So as you can see, it's got the snappable cushion for your butt. So you can sit on, you fold that sucker down, sit right on it. It just attaches to the back end of the vest. So let's run these pockets real quick. So, on my right hand side of my vest, in the big pocket, this is my everything pocket. I've got blades for skinning and gutting and dressing the animal. I've got my headlight here, which I actually like to run 2 headlights. They're super duper bright and just gives you a way wider beam so you can see way more what's going on. I like to really see what's going on because I tend to go into the woods pretty early, a lot earlier than a lot of people do, so I can get situated and really take my time setting up. And it's stupid dark, so having 2 lights on your head really helps. Which I just put fresh batteries in those. I have my monocular, which I like to use this because a lot of times when you're hunting turkeys, movement is a big deal. And it's a lot easier to just have this in one hand and slowly move it up to your face with one hand, just in case you're trying to see something. Just projects a lot less movement than it is to have a regular binocular with 2 sides where you have to take both your hands and grab them and move both your arms up to your face. That's a lot more movement. You know, you never know when you're being watched. You never know when the animal could see you. So it's always good to think about that. So I keep a monocular. And this is a 40 by 60 waterproof. And this sucker is really cool. I mean, it's great. You can see it's a big lens, so it lets a lot of light in. And you can see pretty far with this thing. What else I got in this pack? And I also carry in this bag my gloves, which are my fog gloves here, which have the thumb and the first finger cut out of both sides, and my face gaiter right here, which is around the neck gaiter, should I say, which is what I wear around my neck to cover up my face. And then in this pocket I run my box calls.
And I keep 2 different types of box calls in here. This is a call from Jag Calls. It's got a couple different types of woods coming together to make this sound. I basically only use this box call for one thing and one thing only. I make gobbles with this call, and I wish I could do it right now, but I'm actually holding my camera with one hand, and I don't make gobbles by shaking it like some people do. I make gobbles by basically what I do is I cut one hand over the top of it like this, and I grab the back of that with my other hand, and I just use my hand as a stopper, and I just wiggle it back and forth super fast, and it sounds very, 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 very similar to a real turkey gobble. This thing really sucks any other way. I've used it, tried to use it to do hen yelps and stuff like that, and for some reason it just sounds terrible. At least to my ears, it sounds terrible. But the first time I actually tried to do a gobble with it, it was like magic. It sounded great with a gobble. So I carry this one for making gobbles. And I carry this one right here, which is an actual cheap one. It's the Grind. This is a cheaper one. I carry this one to do hen yelps and cuts and plucks and things like that. This thing actually has a very, very nice rich sound to it, especially when you chalk it up really, really well. It sounds beautiful. And so you don't always have to spend the most money to get a good sound. This thing probably cost me like 20 bucks or 25 bucks or something like that. But I mean, the sound it gives is really, really cool. And as you can see, I wrap all my box calls with rubber bands, and I try to make sure I have one rubber band going through like that to keep the wood from touching so it's not squeaking while I'm walking. So I'll put those to the side real quick, and let me, is that everything on that side? Yep. And let me flip to my right hand side real quick. Oh, that fell out. Let me flip to my right hand side and pull this out. So on the right hand side, as you can see, I have most of my calls. This would be fitting in there like this. That's how my pocket would be. But on this side I have my striker with my Sweet Susie Snood call. I like this call. It's very high pitched, sounds like a younger hen. You can also cover this sucker up, cover some of these holes up, and it changes the tone. But this is a really good slate call for some of those really windy days when you're trying to reach out there with the sound and trying to make that thing carry. So I like that one for like sound like a nice little young hen. I also have this slate. This Hensanity by Primos. The cool thing about this slate call is it's got a really, really good rich tone to it. I love the tone of this call. You can cluck and pop with this thing really, really cool. Really, really easy, should I say. And it's really cool sounding. Like it's really authentic. I noticed that if you rough it up a little bit more, the pad that they give you to rough this thing up with doesn't really get it rough enough for me. But actually, the sandpaper that they give me, that I got with the Susie Snood, actually works really great on this one. So as you can see, it's roughed up pretty good. And it has like these tone ports, 4 tone ports. And the cool thing about it is if you cover a port up, it changes the tone completely. So you can literally call one way, and if you feel like you're not sounding, you know, like you want, then you can cover up a port and change the tone. You can cover up 2 ports and change the tone. I typically cover 2 ports on both sides, and it gives like a nice mature hen sound. When you open up, it's really light sounding, it's really high pitched, and it sounds like a really young hen. But if you want that nice raspy mature hen sound, if you cover up 2 and even 3 of these ports, not quite 4 but 2 or 3, it really sounds good. So that's what I use. And the Susie Snood had a different striker with it than this one did. This is the one that comes with this particular slate call, but this particular striker, this wood one, it works really good with both of them. So I use this one striker with both of them, and this thing is really an awesome striker. It's very comfortable, and it makes a really good sound. I also have The Egg by Mad Calls, and this is one that I can demonstrate. So yeah, this is a cool call to have. The reason why I brought this sucker is it is really easy to do like fighting purrs and stuff with this, and it is also very little movement. When you got a turkey coming in and he's really close by, what you can do is you can take the sucker and put it in your hand, and you can cup the bottom of your shotgun or your crossbow or whatever you're shooting with, and you can still be aiming at him and still working them with this thing at the same time. So that's really cool. I've got a little sandpaper in here to rough up my slates. What else do I got here? And I've got a crow call for location purposes. And I know I had an owl hooter in here. I believe I had. Yep, I got an owl hooter in here. I forgot this owl hooter, guys. I've also got an owl hooter in here, so I got an owl hooter and hold this thing down. My foot. I'm trying to film with one hand, guys, because I'm like in the middle of doing so much different stuff. But my crow call, which is being extra difficult right now to get out. So that's my crow call. And this thing will get him to shot gobble. And if that sucker don't get him to shot gobble, I try to use that owl hooter to try to get him to shot gobble. But basically, yeah, that's what I carry in my turkey vest, guys. A couple different calls. I used to use mouth calls, and I still do use them from time to time. And I probably will bring some with me this weekend. But the thing with mouth calls is I just hate carrying things around in my mouth all day long. You know, guys who use mouth calls and stuff like that. Guys who use mouth calls and stuff like that, they tend to walk around with the freaking mouth call in the corner of their mouth all the time. It's hard to keep taking them out and putting them in the package, taking them out and putting them inside your little case or whatever. I've tried it, and I just hate literally having a mouth call in my mouth for hours and hours and keep sticking it out and pulling it back in my mouth and sticking it out. It's just like, it just gets annoying. It just bothers my teeth. I don't like it. So I probably will be bringing me some mouth calls with me, but I find, like, for me personally, I'm okay with a mouth call. I've called birds in with a mouth call, and I've got response. I fired some birds up with a mouth call, but I tend to make the best and most authentic sounds on a slate for some reason. Even I do better on a slate than I even do on a box call. My clucks, my purrs, just all my whines, all my yelps, everything just really crisp and nice on a box call. I don't know, it just seems to come better to me, easier for me. My second best would probably be, on a slate call, my second best would probably be the box call. So if I had to choose one call that I would use to call in turkeys, for the rest of my life, if I could never pick up another one ever again, I would say a really good slate call with a nice striker would probably be what I would use. I still got more packing and stuff to do, and so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this portion up, and I'll get back with you guys when I'm on the road and everything. I'm gonna be leaving at noon tomorrow. And we're going to try to get there and get to the spot, set up real quick, and then go see if we can roost some of these turkeys and put them to bed, so we'll know where we're going to go in the morning and get a better idea of what's going on in the morning. So, hey, I'll get back with you guys. Close to where we're going to be camping at. We're coming down some of these back trails. We're definitely off any state roads and everything. So we're really back off the beaten path now, guys. We should be pulling up sometime soon on the spot we want to go to here. It's a little rough back on these roads for sure. But I'll get back to you guys when we get there. But we're here, man. Good old woods, man. Nothing but time to get out here and get that medicine. Okay, we're really deep right now. We're trying to figure out exactly where we're going to set up. It's the middle of the week, y'all. So we chose the middle of the week for a few reasons. One is because my hunting buddy couldn't get off of work until the middle of the week, so midweek was like perfect for him.
And number two, we're trying to like not be in the way of a whole lot of other people hunting. Like I said, this is the first couple days of all day hunting in Virginia, so a lot of guys are really out here getting it. We just saw maybe like 3 groups of people. We saw one tent that was like set up, and then we saw another guy sitting out with his truck with his little setup out there. So we saw like two groups of people and a tent basically. And so we think we might have found a spot. But yeah, so we're trying to like find a good spot where we can get away from these people. We don't want to set up on top of them. And yeah. So this is probably going to be the best place for us to set up. We found a little spot over here. Let me show you guys. So we're going to set up in this little round right here. It's like a little clearing. We're probably going to park our trucks and set up and walk out from here, guys. So that's probably going to be where we're going to camp at. We're at the spot now. We're going to pull it off. As you can see, this is a campground, a little fallen down tree. We're going to set up right over here beside it. It's off of one of the back pathways or whatever. And the cool thing about this particular spot is and another reason why we chose it, guys, as you can see, it's got some pathways that lead straight off of it directly into the deep part of the woods. We're like, how many miles do you think you said off the West Virginia state line?
About 8 or 9.
We're about 8 or 9 miles off the West Virginia state line, guys, and we're pretty far back here. It ain't much back here but woods. So we're gonna go ahead and get camp and everything set up. And once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and suit up and see if we can't put some birds to bed and roost some. We're right over here by a creek. I can kind of hear running water in the background, so I think we're in a good spot to get started, guys. So we might get on something. See all that green over there?
Terrible owl hoot.
I think, you know what? I wonder if this path goes all the way around. Because that green over there is interesting to me. All right, you guys, so it's the first morning, first day hunting last night. We kind of drove around a little bit, tried to see if we couldn't put something to bed. This is really a huge place, and we are definitely both new to this hilly type of terrain out here, so we weren't really able to put any to bed, but we did get some good intel from a couple people on where we should start at, and where our camp is actually at, y'all. It's in a pretty good spot. We've got water real close by, so we're fixing to get at it real quick. On a side note, I did hear like 2 gobbles, one off of camp, and then we hit the crow call when we got right here to this little side section. So yeah, we're fixing to get at it. We're gonna walk down this trail. We just got suited and booted, and we'll see what we got, guys. I'll get back with you in a little while. Maybe we get some action. Hopefully we get on the bird. Wish me luck. Okay. See this, guys? This is why you gotta be in decent shape, y'all. Because if you ain't in shape, you ain't gonna be able to get to where these birds are at. Especially out here in this hilly country like this.
is beautiful, man. This stuff is beautiful. Alright, so we're in a creek bottom right now, guys. We're in this bottom. And we ain't having too much luck down here. We've been calling, and if there are birds in this bottom, they definitely are not making any noise. So we're gonna push on a little bit.
Here we go up here. It's probably another 500 yards or so to this little point right here. We're hit about 2,200 feet in elevation.
Okay. And we're gonna push on down, guys, and try to see if we can't get up a little higher up out this bottom, and try to cross these hollers a little bit. Alright, y'all, so we're pushing a little bit deeper in. Where we're walking at, there's another cross trail. We're in the bottom right now. We got hills to our left, hills to our right. We're about midway. There's another little drop off. We're walking on like a little ledge, and we got about 3 miles or so before we can get to this other crossroad, this other cross path that comes across, and we can kind of hook around a little bit. So we're going deep, guys. We got quite a bit of walking to do. We've been stopping every 150 yards or so, throwing out some crows, then a couple calls here and there. Just a side note for all you guys that are new to turkey hunting, when you're locating for turkeys and everything, you don't want to keep on just using a turkey call constantly. You basically want to use your crow or your owl or hooter. Even sometimes in the middle of the day, your owl will make them shot gobble. But if you continue to use, like say if you got some birds in a general area and you continue to use your mouth call over and over and over again, you know, you got to understand how birds work in nature. Toms got strut zones. They go and they strut in the strut zones, and they wait for the hens to come to them. So by you using your mouth call and continuing to walk and walk and walk as you use your mouth call over and over, and not switching it up and throwing your crow out there, you're making this tom think that you're a hen and you're traveling in his direction, in which case he's not going to want to come in your direction, nor is he going to want to make a lot of noise because, you know, he feels like you're coming to him. So we've been switching it up. We've been throwing out some crows, throwing out some mouth calls, throwing out a little bit of sleet, and we're just going to keep on tracking, guys. We got a whole lot of walking to do. So we're going deep and see what we can do. Alright guys, so that's the end of this bottom down here, man. We're pulling up out of here.
We walked the whole distance that we were talking about going, and we've been at it for about, say, about 2.5 hours or so. Didn't hear any birds, haven't seen any sign really down here in this bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and pull out of here and regroup and see if we can't find a different spot. All right, guys, so here's the deal. We're back at camp right now. We just pulled into camp. So this is the thing, man. We went into the woods and we walked around. We walked that whole entire bottom, couple miles, 2-3 hours worth of walk in there. We got a little drizzled on and everything. We called, didn't hear anything. So then we come out, and so already our hunt was kind of jacked up for the morning because we're in a tent, we're asleep, and we got the freaking top of the tent off so we can get the breeze and everything, and all of a sudden we're getting rained on. So we got to get up in the middle of the night, put the top on the tent. So then we get bashed with rain half the night, bashed with rain all through the morning, so we couldn't go out and hunt the morning. So we got a late start this morning. So we get out there, we walk the bottom, come out the bottom, and we're getting ready to hop in the truck and head out somewhere else, head to town real quick so, you know, I could call my old lady and, you know, let her know I'm good and everything. And I go to clear out the crossbow and I break the string on my crossbow. No freaking rhyme or reason why the string broke. I think it was just an old string. The crossbow I'm shooting is a loner. My crossbow is a 2021 Axe Excalibur, and it's being worked on right now for the second time. And I was loaned a Striker, which is like a 2016 crossbow, so the strings I guess have been on there the whole entire time, and I went to go clear the thing out with a bolt in it like I was supposed to, and it just snapped. It just fell apart right on me. So basically the hunt is over with, and we're looking up the way right now, and we got another storm coming our way. So we're about to get bashed again with some more rain. So there's basically really no reason for us to continue to walk around out here and get stormed and rained on. I can't shoot anything, so we're just gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get out of here, man. Maybe we can save the hunt another day, or fish, or do something, or so I don't freaking know, guys. But the turkey hunt out here at the National Forest is done for. So we're gonna pack up camp and we're gonna get out of here, guys. So, all right, say goodbye to camp. It's so hard to say goodbye to our little makeshift camp, but we gotta go, because as you can see up there in the sky, there's a storm coming. It's about to bash us again for the second time today. So we're gonna go ahead and pack up this camp and get on out of here, guys. It was sweet while it lasted, but we gotta go.